Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd do an update for the pole barn cost estimate video. I had a lot of questions asking for me to go more in depth on the cost, and I realized after I posted the video there was still a lot of unanswered questions, so we thought we'd make this video. I've got my cost estimate here in front of me, what we spent. And I'll post a picture in this video as well of this cost estimate that we gave to the bank. So those of you that might be building your own, that are looking for an estimate that you can do to give to your bank, you can kind of see what we did. So I've got my wife here with me today, and we thought we would sit down and kind of go into some of these questions that we've had. So right off the bat, we're from Northeast Mississippi, and so things we may do in our area may not necessarily suit people in other parts of the world or country. The building came from a small company from Alabama. The name is Made Right Metal. They custom build these to each customer's specs. They have a big manufacturing facility where they custom build these kits, and we use them to put it up as well. They done the labor as far as the construction of the shell of the building. So it's not a specific brand, that you can order online. This is just a local company, a small company that we used. Like I said, we did use the steel trusses, and they custom build these trusses. The total cost from start to finish was just a little over $64,000, and that's from dirt work to turnkey, moving
driveway, everything.
Driveway, appliances, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So the building, just the building itself, which would include the building, the metal, the posts, the trusses, labor to have the building put up, concrete, that was just a little over $25,000. So the living area of the house is 1,080 square feet. That is the house portion, and it's a 30 by 36, just to kind of give you an idea of the size. The bedrooms are 11 by 12. Our little boys' room is just a little bit smaller, but they're both right about the same size. Like I said, in our area, we don't have building inspectors. We don't have a specific code. We're in a very rural area, way out in the county, and we just don't have certain codes that other people may have in certain areas. So that really determines what you can and can't do. But that's the reason we were able to do some things we were able to do. The biggest reason we posted this video was because there's not a lot of info out there on just an everyday pole barn house. That's the whole reason we put ours on here on YouTube, is to share our experience in our house with you guys, and kind of the things we've done. Now, we're not saying what we've done is the only way of doing things. There's all kind of different ways to do things, and it's specific to location. But that's the biggest reason we posted it, is just to kind of share what we've done and to give maybe some other people some ideas. The house was built on just a regular slab concrete, 4-inch concrete. It's not raised. I've had a question about whether rain and snow would be a problem because it's not on a raised foundation. Somebody decided to finally wake up from their nap. Like I was saying, it's not uncommon in our area to see houses that are not built on raised foundations, and we don't have to worry too much about snow. Every few years we might get a good 6 to 8 inches, and that's a lot for us. But and as long as you got good drainage for your rain, you don't have to worry about any rain coming in your house. Another question was a loan and insurance we did cash flow a good bit of this house, but we also had a construction loan for it as well. We used a local bank in our area that we had already established a relationship with, and so they were fairly easy to work with. The biggest thing they asked was to have this cost estimate, and that was pretty much it. You know, they really had to put a lot of trust in us for doing a construction loan, being a owner builder. But that was really the only hurdle for getting a loan for our house, was just having that detailed cost estimate.
It was really easy though.
Yeah, it was really easy.
Depending on what bank you use.
Like we said, we used a really small town local bank, and they were pretty easy to work with. Our insurance wasn't any trouble. The biggest thing they looked for, and like I said, this is all specific to our area. The only biggest thing they looked for was to make sure that the house, the whole enclosed portion, was a house and not part of it a house and part of it a garage. They wanted to make sure the whole enclosed portion was a living space or a house. Meant to mention the sidewalls for the house, they are 10-foot sidewalls, so that kind of gives you an idea of how high the sidewalls are. Some people had mentioned we could have done a loft or a second story. That's just something we didn't even consider. We didn't want to go that route. And like I said, this is what we thought suited us best. Everyone's different and everyone's situation is different. We didn't feel like with a 2-year-old in the house that we needed a lot of stairs, because we would be having to pull him off of them and worry about him falling down them. So we just wanted everything on one level. There was a lot of thought went into this. We actually lived in a 25-year-old mobile home for 5 years, and then we were finally able to buy land, this property we're on, and this is the route we decided to go. So we had a lot of time to think about what we wanted to build when we were able to build. He had to get down. So our water heater is a Marey Eco 150. It is electric. So far I've been impressed with it. It is starting to turn wintertime, and I think with the drop in temperature that the incoming water is getting cooler, and I can tell it when we're in the shower. If someone turns on a faucet, there's a slight surge, but having endless hot water is something she loves. The cabinets came from Home Depot. They I just ordered those offline. The countertops came from Home Depot. They are a laminate countertop. They came from Home Depot as well. We went to the store and picked those up. And I mean, nothing in this house was just overly complicated or fancy. I mean, it was just normal everyday stuff you get from the store, you know. But anyways, I hope I have answered most of the questions that people have asked. And if I haven't, leave me a comment and I'll try to get to it when I can.
Someone did ask about the concrete floors. So we did not stain them, but we did seal them. They kind of look like they have a light stain to them anyways. Just for the seal, it gave it a shine, and I love the floors. Very easy to clean. Yes, it is cold in the wintertime. We do wear socks or house shoes all the time, all of us. But we love the concrete floors.
Yeah, it's a pretty look. And yeah, it was very cheap. I think the bucket of seal was about $150, and we used maybe a half a bucket of it. So that's definitely the route to go if you're trying to be as cost effective as you can.
And you cannot hurt the floors.
One other question that somebody had before I get to the cost estimate was the treatment plant. The treatment plant that we have, you put chlorine tablets in it. I really like it. It costs more money, but I like it so far. So you have a air pump outside that is connected, plugged in, and you have that pumps air into your septic tank. And so you have a 2-chambered septic tank. The first chamber collects everything and air is pumped into that chamber. When that chamber fills up, it goes into the second chamber, which is chlorinated. That's what you put your chlorinated tablets in. Once that fills up, it's then discharged, and they say that that discharged water is clean. They say you could drink it. I haven't got thirsty enough to try it yet, but that's what they say. So our pole barn, the posts are set every 12 feet on the side walls, and on the end walls, they were set every 10 feet. So on our cost estimate, when we gave this cost estimate to the bank, we estimated everything a little high. You want to go a little high on everything, because it's easier to ask the bank for more money now than to go over budget and need more money at the end. So we kind of overestimated on everything, which worked in our favor. So it cost us about $825 to get our water and our power and all hooked up for our utilities. Our site preparation, which would be our dirt work and our driveway and all, and we had to have a good bit of dirt work done, was right at $4,700. And then our rough plumbing, which would be our materials for everything in the slab, was about $750. The pole barn building itself, which would be the kit, the labor of the company that put it up, and the concrete, would be $25,250. Now, we did contract our gutters. That's something I wanted, was to have gutters on the house, and combining the gutter price, and I put the gutter drains in myself, a little over $1,100. Our windows, we bought them from Lowe's. They were $660. Our exterior doors came from a discount build material place, and our front door alone would have probably cost us well over $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
And
$1,200.
And we paid $700 for 2 doors. Our interior framing, which was framing up the interior of the house, the exterior walls and the interior walls, was about $1,500. The insulation that we put in behind what they used was $1,200. And our walls, our white pine walls, and our corrugated tin ceiling, we've got about $4,800 in that. And that white pine, it's a little more expensive versus doing maybe drywall, but that was something we could do ourselves, whereas drywall may have been cheaper to buy, but I don't know how to finish it, so I would have had to paid someone to hang it and finish it. So, and we really liked the looks of the white pine. She wasn't sold on it at first,
yeah,
but once it started going up, she really liked it.
I didn't envision it to look like this though. And
No,
you did.
it exceeded our
And it's
expectations.
beautiful. I love the look of it. You okay? Yes. We love the walls though.
The electrical, including wiring the house and getting our service put in, was right at $1,600. So our HVAC cost us $4,200. Finished plumbing, we got about $1,000 in that, and that's, shut off valves under sinks and washer outlet boxes, and the stainless steel braided lines. That's all that. The drains, our septic system, that was, like I said, that's a more expensive septic system, but that's about $2,500. That's what it runs in our area. That's pretty common. Our interior doors we got from Lowe's, and they were about $600. Our door hardware, they were $465. The cabinets and countertops we also went a little over budget on, just because I under budgeted that. And that's why I say over budget on everything. So if you do go over in something, you've got enough in the loan that you can use. But our cabinets and countertops cost us about $3,400, and that's including the hardware that we bought and all that.
Check Amazon.
Yeah, check Amazon. She got our drawer pulls and knobs off of Amazon.
At Home Depot and Lowe's, they're about $4 to $5 a piece, and so I found the same thing on Amazon and for like a fraction of the price. So check Amazon.
So our lighting was about $800. We done all LED lights all through the house, and that includes our exterior lights as well. Our plumbing fixtures, which would be our shower, our toilet, our sinks, and faucets, we've got about nearly $1,500 in that, just because, like I said, plumbing stuff is a lot more expensive than I realize, and probably most people realize. Our interior trim cost us probably about $450, and our flooring, which the bulk of our floor price was our carpet, and we got it through Home Depot, and it was installed through Home Depot. But
and we did buy like the most expensive pad. We bought the thickest pad and a thicker carpet.
I'm gonna say a good half-inch thick or better. So we did splurge on our carpet. We wanted something that was really soft. So our floor, we've got about $1,600 in. And then our biggest thing was our appliances. Like I said, we bought them during the 4th of July sale at Lowe's and got a really good deal on everything. We done the Frigidaire's top line, which is the Frigidaire Gallery, and we got about $4,100 in that, and that's including our water heater. I think we give like $200 for the water heater, and it came off of Amazon. And then landscaping, and that was it. We spent nearly $1,000 in landscaping, I think, and that's mostly just price of sod. But that really brings our grand total really closer to $64,500. That's what it cost us to build our pole barn house in 2019 from start to finish. We bought 30 acres of land. There was nothing on this land, so we had to come in and put a driveway and clear brush and trees and start from scratch. So that's what it cost us from start to finish for our pole barn house. Like I said, the way we done things may not be the way you do it in other areas. It's definitely not the only way of doing things. We wanted to give you an idea of how we done it, and we want to do this detailed cost breakdown to answer questions that we didn't answer. But I hope this helps some of y'all, and maybe gives you some inspiration on maybe doing your own house.
Very satisfying.
Yeah, it's a satisfying feeling knowing that you're living in something that you built with your own hands. We love our house and wouldn't have done it any different. But anyways, I do appreciate everybody watching, and
thank y'all for watching.
Clicking the subscribe button if you hadn't already. Hit the bell so you get notifications when we post new videos. It's just awesome to see this YouTube community watch our channel and watch our videos. But awesome. Appreciate you watching, and click the subscribe button. Continue to follow along, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.